into the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you.
What is up, fam? We are back. Good to be back. It's only been a couple days, but you know how it is. I apologize for yesterday postponing the stream that was meant for last night to tonight. But I was at work yesterday and the elders texted me and they're like, hey, we have a lesson tonight. You want to help out? And I was like, heck yeah, I want to help out. So postponed last night's stream to tonight. And we're supposed to have a boys' night tonight. Whether or not that's actually happening, we'll see. If not, honestly, I wouldn't be super bummed out. It's been a crazy week. Like honestly, today. So today's been pretty crazy for me, just because started off, went to the gym as always, got back, hopped on a call with a team member, or I was supposed to hop on a call, but then hopped on a little bit later, and the call was longer than expected. I thought it was going to take like 15 minutes. It ended up taking almost an hour. Actually, I think it did ended up taking an hour. And then I had a haircut at 11:30. So I literally finished that call at 11:15. Haven't eaten or anything yet. Got out of that call, drove down to the barber, got a haircut, a little beard trim too. And then I went straight from there. I had an appointment at the DMV at 1 p.m. and got to the DMV, immediately to get a replacement license just because I finally brought my motorcycle endorsement to the DMV. It takes forever to get an appointment, so I literally scheduled that appointment. I technically got the endorsement last summer, but with me being in Utah, and then I didn't want my ID getting sent to my Texas address while I was in Utah and having to mail it and stuff. So I strategically scheduled it where I scheduled an appointment for here. When was that? It was literally like August or September when I first got here, and kind of the closest they had appointment wise was like late November after Thanksgiving, and I was like, all right, I'll just do it first December. That way, usually takes 2 weeks for the actual license to come in back to my house up in Dallas, and then when I'm home for Christmas, I can pick it up there. So ended up working like that. My plates for my car came in today as well. Got a little care package from work from one of our managers, which is pretty awesome. And got home, immediately came. I still had to set up stuff for the live tonight, just because I hadn't been able to do that. Had to eat because I hadn't eaten anything all day. I got back. I was there for appointment was set for 1, but you know how the DMV is. They're always super slow and behind. So I waited for like an hour and a half, so I didn't get in until around like 2:30 ish, and then I got back around like 2:33. So it was a long day, and I've just been chilling, watching 8 Mile, classic movie, love it. And here we are tonight. But tonight, that's kind of the updates for the week. Tonight we will be talking about the shoe that every man should own. I've talked about shoes in general. I talked about like different fall styles, also just maximizing your looks and your style. But specifically, this one's about shoe. And when it comes down to it, there are a million different shoes out there. I have a lot of honorable mentions back here based off of kind of like what shoe I think is the best, obviously, and it's different. People have different tastes. It's different times of year. You live in different places, so it definitely might vary. But for kind of like where I live and my style, how I like to do things, because there are times where, for example, work situations, like I go to the office, wear a collared shirt or polo, wear some slacks, or occasionally I'll dress it down, wear some jeans because I'm able to at my office, and that's kind of the professional area that I'm in. And then also I like to dress casually as well. I don't wear suits too often unless it's like church or unless I'm presenting something at work to maybe some executives. Then I'll wear more of a suit, but I don't really wear that on a day to day basis. So for me, and for I'd say a lot of guys out there who are kind of like in a professional area of work where it's like probably business casual most of the time at work. So you can kind of get away wearing some sneakers, not so many others. Luckily for my work, I mean, I can literally wear like Converse or Vans or some Jordans, and it's totally normal. But best overall shoe, I'll leave it for last, but we'll kind of get into it. Like I said, I have over 40 different pairs of shoes, actually close to 40. I have a shoe rack right here, and this holds around 30, and then I have some boxes out here, some shoes out here, and then some boxes up in my closet. So actually, I have a pair of shoes down here that I wore earlier. So I'm a big shoe guy, big shoe fanatic, just because I like wearing them. Got to switch up the rotation a little bit more. I need to get new basketball shoes though. I don't play too much basketball nowadays, maybe like once a week or so. But I need to get a couple more pairs. But I've been spending a ton of money. It's the holidays. Let's hop into it. So some honorable mentions. Like I said, this is kind of overall versatility, go to like whatever occasion it is. Obviously, there are some that more fit for specific occasions. It's more of like a business casual or strictly like go to the office. Then actually, it is my go-to shoe, my number one shoe that I will be revealing tonight. But if it's more casual, I'm like hanging out with friends or I'm going out or going to watch a sports game or something like that, then I'll probably get something a little bit more comfy, some sort of runners. Like I picked up these. These are pretty comfortable, the Adidas NMDs. These are actually not in my honorable mentions, but I really love these just because it's. I actually don't have really a white sneaker, and the blue and the red with the white really caught my eye. I actually got those in Vegas. Me and my friend got a pair together, and I think he doesn't even really wear his, but I didn't really have any space in my suitcase because I flew there, but or flew to Utah and we drove to Vegas together. But I ended up squeezing it in anyway. Box and everything, I had to fold up that box. Honorable mentions. Uh, let's go ahead and start with. We'll start at the bottom here. Now, this is kind of most people are like, oh, Adidas, Nike, Vans, like kind of the main brands. Like I love me some Asics. It is a Japanese brand, so I gotta shout out to them. So I have a couple pairs of these. I have two pairs of these. These are the Gel Lyte threes. Great. They're super stylish. They're very comfortable as well. I wouldn't say they're necessarily the most comfortable shoe, but they're pretty dang comfortable. These are like kind of like salmon color, and they kind of have like somewhat of a gum bottom, which if you know me, I am a sucker for gum bottoms. Those are my favorite type of bottoms for a sneaker or a shoe. So I really like these. They're they're classy. They're also casual. They're a little bit of a chunkier shoe, so you can wear these with shorts. I typically wear them more with pants, but I have some pretty decent sized legs and calves, so I can get away with wearing some shorts with these. But I got the pair of these, like I said, these salmon color ones, and I also have a pair of silver ones, which I really like. Actually, the silver ones are a part of like a gold and silver pack, which I need to look for those gold ones. I don't know. There's a million shoes that I want to buy and probably shouldn't right now. Like I said, I spent a lot of money. I just bought a new car and stuff, but I'm not irresponsible with my money. This is just money that I set aside just for whatever. So, all right. So those are the Gel Lyte threes, Asics. Great honorable mention. I have about three or four of these honorable mentions. Now, obviously, you got to go with the big guys. This is a classic. I have two pairs of these as well. I have two highs. I'm going to focus mainly on the highs, and then I have a pair of lows, which I do want to get some more lows. But it's the classic, the Jordan ones. Like honestly, if I had to put this on my honorable mentions, this would probably be like I would probably say number two compared to the top one, just because they're classic, they're iconic. All colorways look pretty dang good in the sneaker, and especially the high tops are really versatile. I like to wear the high tops more with pants, and then the low tops more shorts in the summer. But honestly, you can even rock the high tops with some shorts as well. Just make sure your legs are pretty big. But these are my green, black pair. Call them the Dallas Stars pair. I do have a pair of black and red ones. I definitely need to add a pair of blue pair. But honorable mention, the Jordan ones. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the classic Chucks. Chuck Taylors. You can't go wrong with these. Like these are the low ones. I honestly prefer the low pair just because I think they're a little bit more versatile than the high tops. I do have two pairs of the high tops. I have two pairs of the low top Chuck Taylors as my camera gets back into focus. But I love these things. I love the white ones just because they go with everything. And they're, like I said, they're a little bit more on the casual side, but I'm not afraid to wear them and dressing down a certain outfit or a certain combination of clothes. So, and these are super reliable, super cheap. You can buy them for like 30, 40 bucks. These are honorable mention, the Chuck Taylors. All right, and then you got to go with the classic, the old school Vans. No, actually, these are the classics. The old school, I do have a pair of old school. This is what I grew up on. So, middle school, this is what we wore. So we wore the classic, the Nike socks, and the classic Vans. Now, these are a fun pair. I got them when I was down in California in San Diego. That was a couple years ago. It was over the winter break during COVID. And these are sick. I mean, Vans, the cool thing about them is they're versatile. They're more on the casual side, much like the Chuck Taylors, but they're super cheap. So I literally went to the Vans outlet, got a pair of these. I got a pair of old school, which are my bright green ones, for literally 20 bucks each. So for 40 bucks, I got two pairs of shoes. So you can't beat that. The downside of both of those and the Chucks are they're not the most comfortable shoes. So definitely comfort wise, like Gel Lyte 3s, Jordan 1s take the cake. And then, so that's my honorable mention. Love these things. Come in tons of different colors. And they're just really a go-to sneaker. This is probably I'd say, if I had to rank these, I'd say number three honorable mention, just because the quality on these are so good. So these are the Adidas Stan Smiths. Now, my brother-in-law, he hates Adidas because he's just a big Nike fanboy, but I generally gravitate more towards Nike just because they're more accessible and they're pretty well put together and built. And their silhouettes are really nice and they always make good ones and they always restock a lot of popular colorways. But the Stan Smiths, I need to get more pairs of these. I only have one. These are the Kermit the Frog ones. It's the back of the shoe. This one says being green. The other one says it's tough, and so it's like it's tough being green. So great shoe. It's a white sneaker as well, so it goes with everything. The only downside is it is leather. It's a leather sneaker, which is good and bad. It's good because it'll withhold and withstand many years of wear, but it tends to crease for sure. The more you wear it, the more it'll crease and it can get dirty. But it's super durable. It's a go-to shoe. I'd say honestly, you can wear these obviously casually, but you can really dress these up a little bit more as well, just because they're pretty conservative in color. They're pretty minimal coloring on them, mainly a white sneaker, and you can dress them up with a suit or some slacks and a collared shirt or polo. These things are great, and the price point's actually not too bad. They're obviously not as cheap as, say, the Vans or the Converse. They're definitely cheaper than the Air Jordans. Air Jordans retail what, like 180 for the high tops, maybe a little bit lower depending on the kind of the colorway and the type. But these retail, I believe, around this is like 90 bucks. So great deal. I think these might have been a little more expensive because they were a special pair. But honorable mention, Stan Smiths. Love those things. All right. Now, for number one, I don't have a box for them because I actually got a lot from my brother-in-law. He's the one that introduced them to me, but drum roll please, you probably saw me picking these up. And these are just one pair. These are actually probably the pair I wear the most, honestly, just because nice gray color. First of all, you're probably like, what are these? These kind of look like Converse. They are Converse, but they're not Chuck Taylors. Everyone wears Chuck Taylors. No one gives enough love to these guys. These are the Converse Jack Purcells. And these are the shoes that every man should own. The reason why is they're really comfortable. They're very affordable as well. They're around, I believe, like 90 to 100 bucks. So they're in the price range of the Stan Smiths. They don't have leather on them. You actually can get ones with leather. That actually be one of my future purchases for sure. But they're just built a little bit nicer than the Chuck Taylors. And because they're a little bit nicer, they're a little bit more comfortable. They're not the most comfortable shoe. If I had to choose comfortability, I'd probably put like the Gel Lyte 3s and the Jordan 1s up there. But these are shoes that you can wear with anything. like I said, anything from work situations to you can even wear them with a suit, just like the Stan Smiths. You can wear them casually with some shorts on the beach or just going out. So think of it's like nice Chuck Taylors. This is what you got because you have the versatility of the Chuck Taylor, but you have a little bit more of the quality and the reliability of the like I said, quality I guess of the Stan Smiths and of like the Jordan ones. Not as much quality, but you kind of get a lot of that similar. So for example, these insides are cork, which is really nice. I can't remember the other ones aren't cork, but they are very comfortable. They have a unique look to them. You have the little stripe on the front, and they're just overall the solid sneaker. These are my go-tos for everything. I definitely wear these. I have two other pairs, so I have three in total. The most. I need to get more colorways. So I have this gray pair, I have a light blue pair, and I have a black pair. Black pair I actually don't wear like very much at all. Uh, but I need to get more pairs of them for sure. So that is my go-to number one shoe. Reasons for it, again, like I said, versatility. It has the versatility of the Converse, Chuck Taylor, but it also has a little bit more of the quality. It's gonna be a little bit more comfortable. It's also gonna be look a little bit nicer, so you can wear it a little bit more professional settings, such as work, or you can even dress it with a suit as well. And they're my go-tos just because that's kind of how it fits my style. Just because I am very versatile in my style as well. I'll dress very casually, but I'll also dress professionally at times too. So it's good happy medium. I can just throw those things on. They're relatively cheap. I don't have to worry about like really messing them up too much like the Jordan ones. I'm like, I don't want to get these dirty or anything because these honestly don't get very dirty. If anything, depending on the material of the body of the shoe, the toe box gets a little probably the most dirty out of anything, and mainly because it's white, but you can easily just clean those off. So there's not really like a ton of leather unless you get a leather one that you're worried about getting scuffs or creases or anything like that. And if you need a new pair, they're relatively cheap as well. So that's kind of it for tonight. Kind of a quick one, but those are my honorable mentions and the shoe that I recommend every guy owning. Now, I might do in the future kind of some more niche ones, like, all right, which ones are the best casual sneakers, which ones are the best, or even like the best Nike sneakers, the best Adidas sneakers, the best Asics sneakers, the best uh, dress wear. My brother-in-law is a little bit more, I guess, an expert on that. I need to get a little bit more dressier shoes as well. Like I have a couple pairs. He gave me a couple pairs as well, but I just don't wear them as often. So he wears them every single day because he works at a BMW dealership. So he he obviously wears them a lot more, and I wear a lot more sneakers for sure. But hopefully in the future, maybe in the future, I'll dress a little bit more nicer depending on what my line of work is and who I'm meeting with. But that's about it for tonight. Rounding it out, honorable mentions. I have, let's see here, one, two, three, four, five, six pairs of shoes that kind of pulled out of my closet. Some honorable mentions that I really wear the most out of my around 40 pair rotation of shoes. And honorable mention number one being, and this is in no order, being the Chuck Taylor, Converse Chuck Taylors. Honorable mention number two being the Vans Classic. I also have Vans Old School. I tend to lean more towards the Classic because I like the look of it a little bit better. And it's really nice because you can make these slip on. And I guess you can make the Old School slip ons too, but I think they look a little bit better if you tie them. And then I also have the Air Jordan 1s back there. And then Asics Gel Lyte 3s. Love these things. I need to get a little bit more into New Balance, just off the side note. Like, there's some, I believe it's the 770s or the 750s, maybe the 740. I can't remember all the numbers for them. Or the 550s, I believe, as well. I need to get a pair or so of those. And then last honorable mention, Adidas Stan Smiths. Quality shoe, leather. It's going to last a long time. Tends to crease and stuff, but very good quality, and they're relatively cheap at $90. And then finally, my go-to shoe for everything. I'll show you my other pairs as well, since I'm not just because if it is my top shoe that I'm endorsing, and I'm also, I guess the Converse shirt might have given a hint. I need to get a Jack Purcell shirt. I'm sure they sell them. This is a Chuck Taylor one. But these are my light blue pair. These are really nice. This is a little bit, I think these are like a 10, so a little bit on the smaller side. So a little bit snugger fitting, but these are clean. These are nice. And then my other pair, these are actually cork on the inside as well. So these are my black ones. I tend to wear these out more like parties and if I ever go to the clubs. When I do, which is on the rare occasion, I'll typically wear these because these are nice black shoes. But those are my pairs. I need to get a couple more as well. But that is about it for tonight. Like I said, future lives. So I have a couple things coming up my sleeve. I'll announce that. I'll think about it over the weekend, and I'll let you guys know. And trying to stick to the schedule, pumping at least 2 of these out every single week. And I need to focus a little bit more on my Buff Asian page as well. I said that in the last one. But that's about it for tonight. I know I said that a million times, but as with everything, you know what it is. Trying to help you guys get stronger, smarter, healthier, wealthier. So go ahead, follow for more tips, follow for more lives, and always stay pumped. For sure. And if you have any honorable mentions or you disagree with me on my go-to shoe, let me know in the comments. Would love to know what your go-to shoe is. Maybe I can convince you to get some Jack Purcells. And the reason why I also pick Jack Purcells as well, they're not super hype beast type shoe like Air Jordan 1s. Everyone knows what Air Jordan 1s are. Everyone has at least a pair of them. Same with Chuck Taylors, same with Vans. Maybe not as much Stan Smiths, so it's kind of been that under the radar type of a shoe. Not many people wear Gel Lyte 3s, for sure. But even more so, people don't really know what Jack Purcells are just because the Chuck Taylor overshadows Jack Purcell a ton, where I actually don't think it should. But that's just my point of view. That's my 2 cents. I'll leave you to it. Have a good Friday night. Have some fun. We'll see what happens tonight. I'll catch y'all later. You know what time it is. Time for that outro.